Ladies and gentlemen, parents, administrators, and graduates, welcome to the graduation of the class of 2023. My name is Sasha Umansky, and I'm honored to have served as senior class president for the 2022-2023 school year. Please rise and continue standing for the presentation of the colors by the ORHS and JRTC program, and remain standing and join us in singing the Oak Ridge High School alma mater and for the moment of silence.
Hello, I am Chloe Kirk, and I am honored to have served as your senior class vice president. Together, the class of 2023 has created bonds that will last a lifetime. We have grown up and gained wisdom and an appreciation for the fragility of life. Because of our experiences, we know that it is important to treasure every moment and to take every opportunity to love, to live, and to hope. We miss you tonight, Joey and Braden. Please join us now in a moment of silence. Please be seated.
Good evening, class of 2023. My name is Sasha Umansky, and I'd like to begin by recognizing every single one of you. The efforts you all have made the last 4 years are admirable, and for that I say congratulations. As I began writing this speech roughly a month ago, ideas of what I wanted to say flooded my mind, and as I turned to paper, I found it rather difficult to organize my thoughts. Then I realized that the class of 2023 may just be the most unique class Oak Ridge will ever have. We entered high school as freshmen before the pandemic and had to adjust to online learning. Following that, we began to adjust to hybrid schedule, all while finding a new high school norm. I think it is quite amazing to say the least. We reinvented ways to enjoy our high school experience amidst the chaos. While living with uncertainty, we found new plans for Friday night football games. We discovered new ways to continue to participate in our extracurricular activities. We created themes for prom and still achieved high academic standpoints. Although at times I find myself pondering about what would have been, I am proud to say that these last 4 years are ones I will remember forever, as they were and will always be like no other. Today is not only a reflection of all the work you all have dedicated to your education these past 12 years, but also a glimpse into the future. As soon as you all move that tassel from right to left, you will officially be alumni of Oak Ridge High School. When moving on to your next adventure, bring with you that adaptability you all have so clearly displayed these last several years. Adaptability expands your capacity to handle change, no matter how serious. Instead of throwing away your energy trying to change your circumstance, you will change yourself right from within, thus making you thrive in whatever situation you find yourself. Exercise this resilience in all that you do, and I can assure you, success will follow suit. Before I close, I'd like to recognize a few individuals who have made what it means to be adaptable so clear to me these last 4 years. To Mrs. Homan, Mrs. Haynes, Senora Mas Effler, Dr. Morton, Dr. Vaughn, Mrs. Wagner, Mr. Livesey, Coach Hodge, Chief Nichols, Commander Clem, and Colonel Williams. Thank you. Finally, class of 23, I'd like to wish you all the best of luck on your future endeavors. I know that each and every one of you has something special to bring to the world, and I can't wait to see what you all accomplish. Once again, congratulations and thank you. Roll Wildcats, roll. Each year, seniors from the graduating class compete to participate as class speakers. Our speakers for tonight's graduation are Mr. Joseph Blair and Ms. Jalen Sink.
Hi, my name is Joe Blair, and I'd like to start you guys off with a story. So, it was a bright spring day. The sun was beaming. I looked up and I wondered, why was I on the ground? I had just fallen off my bike. I was riding down a gravel path, trying to catch up with my friends, and I had fallen off my bike. As I started to get back up, I wondered, why had I gone on this bike ride? I'm not the best biker. My friends just wanted to go on a bike ride. We'd get nowhere and return to the same car that drove us, only a bit sweatier. But this time, I was on the ground, bleeding. So I started to get up. My friends were ahead of me and had just turned around. "Oh man, are you all right?" "Yeah, I'm cool," I said, even though my legs were dripping with blood. But I was able to walk. We started going towards the entrance, and eventually we ran into some policemen, who then called some firemen because they could get bandages replaced more easily. It was a sight to see as an entire fire truck drove into the quarry. My friends were astonished. The firemen patched me up, and then I got back on my bike and hit the trail with my friends. It was a great time and has served for a good laugh ever since. I still have a few scars from that day, and every time I look at them, I'm reminded of that crash. But the thing is, we all crash sometimes. You might not succeed. You might lose the game or fail the test or fall on your face. But you must get up. You can take a second to rest, but you must get up. You can't lay on the ground forever. You need to get help. And right now, you have people to help you. Your friends, your family, and your town, they're all here to support you. I mean, look around. If I hadn't asked for help, I could have gotten an infection that day, or had to ride home bleeding in my dad's car, which is considerably worse. But the thing is, we're all going past high school. It's going to feel like you're out on a bike ride, all on your own. When you fall, you might feel as if there's no one to help you. You'll be surrounded by people, but you might not know any. You must reach out and ask. That's how you'll get back on your feet. You can't succeed alone. You need people. For success in school, in sports, in arts, and in so much else, you need people. So I challenge you to find people as you go past high school. Reach out if you need it. There's no shame in asking for assistance or guidance. Build a community. Grow your network. It's difficult, but if you want to succeed, you have to do it. You must get up and keep biking. Thank you so much.
Good evening, guardians, faculty, and fellow graduates. It is so amazing to be here at our home football field. This field carries an abundance of memories for me and surely many of you. Isn't it so amazing how a place can shape who we are and how we develop? High school itself is a place of ongoing transformation. We are not the same students that we were when we walked through the doors in July of 2019. We have had the opportunity to learn from esteemed teachers, staff, and our peers who have enlightened us in how we all contribute to our community. As we walk out of the doors, we can take our community with us. There is a fable that my favorite poet, Sarah Kay, discusses about a young girl visiting a work site. She goes up to the first workman she sees and asks him what he is doing. He snorts, "Can't you see? I'm laying brick." She goes up to a second workman doing the same work as the first and asks him what he is doing. He quips, "Can't you see? I'm building a wall." She goes up to a third workman doing the same work as the others and asks him what he is doing. He declares, "Can't you see? I am building a castle." When I hear this narrative, I wonder, what kind of worker am I? Or rather, which one am I supposed to be? We could lay brick, focusing on a task at hand. We could build walls, connecting ourselves to a job or project. Or we could build a castle, dedicating ourselves to a cause or movement larger than us or even our lifetime. And our graduating class has so many different workmen. Some answer questions in class or love writing essays. They lay brick. Others are the leaders of group projects. They build connections to each other that we need. They build walls. Others are the kids in AP Environmental Science creating a new recycling program at our school. They envision a utopia our community can move towards. They dream towards the castle. Every workman is equally important. Without bricklayers or wall builders, some of the work would never get done. And I know sometimes it can be hard to believe that we are all working on the same thing. Sometimes the way I build looks so different from the way someone else does. I enjoy building radically, while someone else may want to work quietly. It is possible that someone you may disagree with is really trying to do the same work, trying to build the same temple, the same future, even if we see it different ways. This is why every workman is equally valuable. With so much building to be done, roads, infrastructure, lives. Even if you do not have enough bricks to rebuild a city, you may have enough care to create friendships, shared experiences, or opportunities for connection. And tonight, we are graduating high school. We are off into the world on our own separate and wild adventures. You may believe in something immense that gives you purpose, that overwhelms you. You may want to give children food in Africa or refreeze the ice caps in the Arctic. Sometimes you want to build the castle all by yourself. But there may be someone who can help you lay the brick or build the walls. This is why community is so important. A city like Oak Ridge was once a wild imagining, a science fiction dream, a vision so far from possible. But hands and minds and years of secret work have created this pulsing nuclear beast. We have helped build this. We are already building the world around us, just as we are already building who we are. It takes every kind of workman to create change, and every worker is equally valuable. Whichever way you build will create something beautifully unique. So as you leave here tonight, what are you going to build?
Thank you, Joe and Jalen. Now, I apologize. I realized that I missed one person to thank during my speech, so I'd like to thank Mr. Van Eek. He's a pretty awesome AP Calc teacher, so I can kind of tell you what a derivative is-ish. Thanks, Mr. Van Eek. But now, help me welcome our principal, Mr. Hawkins.
Before I get started, I'd just like to say that Joe has already given my speech, so I may as well sit down. Good evening. Before starting, I would like to recognize a few people. Without these people, we would not be here tonight. First of all, I would like to acknowledge some of the best teachers in the state of Tennessee, our Oak Ridge High School teachers. I would also like to recognize my team of administrators who go above and beyond to support our teachers and students. A special thank you to all the parents and guardians who entrust us to educate and care for your children. We could not do this without your support. I must also thank Dr. Borchers, Mr. Lay in his absence, and Dr. Williams for their unwavering support of me during this first year as principal. Thank you to our school board for your support as well. Finally, I must recognize Mr. David Faust, senior class principal, and Ms. Brianna Ottinger, senior class counselor. They have worked tirelessly with this group, some of them even until the last day, maybe even today, to ensure that they could reach this milestone, but you're here. Class of 2023, we are finally here. This is a night that you have dreamed of for a long time. It took a lot of hard work and sacrifice to get here. I want you to know that I appreciate you all for accepting me as your principal. One example of this acceptance is one person in this class who I didn't know very well, who saw me during the summer and asked me if I would be principal this year. At that time when he asked me, I had yet to decide if I should apply or not. Being Birdwell in the weight room during summer football workouts gave me that final push to become the principal of Oak Ridge High School. Since then, Ben and I have developed a solid relationship, so thank you, Ben, for pushing me and encouraging me to jump. As I prepared to write this speech, I wondered, what would I say to you? What could make a small impact on you before you leave Oak Ridge High School? I've said in many a graduation and just wish the person would sit down, and I hope this speech doesn't make you feel that way. Over the last few days of school, I intentionally walked around and visited areas where seniors were. I wanted to soak up a final few moments. In those visits, two conversations stood out to me. One of the conversations was with Luca Filigenzi, as he asked me to sign his yearbook. Luca sat beside me for a second and he said, "I'm going to miss this place. This place has been good to me." And that wasn't the first time in the last couple of weeks that he has said how much he would miss Oak Ridge High School. He even said it last night in his speech at convocation. The next conversation was with Jai Hunley in Coach Sawyer's class, where he asked me, "Dr. Hawkins," he calls me that because he knows I'm working on that degree right now, "what advice do you have for me as I get ready to graduate?" I told him a few things, but I decided to wait until the entire senior class the advice. As you close this chapter of your life and you prepare to move into the next phase, I encourage you all to chase your dreams. Anyone that knows me knows I love quotes. A quote from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf says, "The size of your dreams must always exceed your capacity, your current capacity to achieve them. If your dreams do not scare you, they are not big enough." You are sitting here at high school graduation, a day that most of you have been waiting on for a long time. Now that it is here, it's scary. Many of you feel that way, but you don't want anybody to know. It's normal to be happy and nervous at the same time tonight. This is the end of everything that you have known for 13 years of schooling. Even with that fear, I encourage you to do what Ben encouraged me to do. Take that first step and watch how things work out for you. I would also encourage you to not be afraid of failure, because you will fail at some point in your life. Please remember that failure is not final. All of you have experienced some level of failure already. As you continue to move through life, the magnitude of failure seems to grow. At some point, it won't be about failing a test, but it might be about not getting the job that you really wanted. What will you do with that failure? Will you allow it to cripple you, or will you use it to fuel your drive to succeed? The answer to those questions lies within you. Oliver Goldsmith, a novelist, playwright, and poet, said, success consists of getting up just one more time than you fall. Like Joe said, even when you get knocked down, get up and keep fighting. I would also like to encourage you to not take life for granted. Life comes at you extremely fast, and you go through it trying to do this and trying to do that, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to have material things and a good life for yourself. Please do that, but while you are chasing that job at a Fortune 500 company, studying to be a neurosurgeon, or just getting up and going to work in the local industry every day, take the time to smell the roses. If I can be honest with you for a second, that is something I have learned to do most recently. Throughout my life, I was so busy trying to advance to this position or trying to make a certain amount of money that life was passing me by, and I didn't even realize it. Now that I know better, I try to do better. Appreciate the people in your life, because life is short. Before you leave this field tonight, stand around, take a few pictures, have some conversations, enjoy the moment for a little while. Take a page from what Lucas said, slow down a little bit, and reflect. Whether you realize it or not, this is the last time that this entire group of people will ever be together. Class of 2023, I am honored to have served as your principal this year. You all will always be special to me as my first graduating class. Let me tell you a few things I will miss about you guys. I'll miss TA coming by in the afternoon, joking about my bald head. I will miss the laughs and conversations with Sidley Bailey as she worked in the bookkeeper's office. I would miss Eddie Tan yelling Hawkins from the student section at every football game, home and away. I would miss seeing Emmeline Eastep, smiling face, popping up in the office, looking for her mom. Those are just a few of the things that I would miss from this class. As we send you out into the world, I challenge you to remember a few things. Even though you might not realize it, Oak Ridge, Tennessee is a special place. Most of you have lived here your entire life, so you have nothing to compare it to. Oak Ridge is a place that is filled with tradition and a commitment to excellence. Excellence is defined as the quality of being outstanding or extremely good. From this point forward, do everything you do with the spirit of excellence. My beloved alma mater, Tennessee State University, has a slogan that says, "Excellence is our habit." Feel free to adopt that in your daily life. I also challenge you to be proud to be an Oak Ridge Wildcat. Wherever you go, remember that once you are a Wildcat, you are always a Wildcat. You will soon discover that the lessons you learned at 1450 Oak Ridge Turnpike have prepared you for the real world. As I take my seat, I want to leave you with something that I have told each graduating class that I've had the pleasure of speaking to. It is from an old cartoon, Winnie the Pooh. You all probably don't even have a clue who that is. Christopher Robin told Pooh, "Promise me you will always remember, you are braver than you believe, you are stronger than you seem, and you are smarter than you think. Carry those words throughout your life. They are true." Thank you. Next, we will have the presentation of the class by our superintendent of Oak Ridge Schools, Dr. Bruce Borchers.
Good evening. I'm pleased to present the class of 2023 this evening. Seniors, it's time. It's my pleasure to certify that the students are receiving diplomas tonight have met the requirements for graduation as set forth by the Tennessee State Board of Education and the Oak Ridge Schools Board of Education. Therefore, I present to you the class of 2023. And now it's my privilege to introduce the Chairman of the Board of Education, Mr. Keith Fillauer, along with Vice Chair, Mrs. Laura McLean, and fellow board members, Mrs. Angie Agel, Mrs. Erin Webb, and Dr. Heather Hartman, who will be presenting the diplomas to the graduating class of 2023. Let's begin.
Anshra Ajaz. Sophie Jane Alexander. Ashley Grace Allison. Catherine Nicole Anderson. Demarion Kamarly Anderson. Haley Jade Elizabeth Anderson. Jaleel Arwan Dewan Anderson. Terrence Deshaun Anthony. London Scott Asquith. Cristian Ronaldo Ayala Torres. Juliana Nicole Baez Shim. Sidley K. Bailey. Eli Robert Baldwin. Jesus Alberto Bañales Ángel. Alexis Pearl Barbarito. Brianna K. Barbarito. Kylan Barger. Thomas Shane Barnett. Cameron Christopher Barnett. Toby Elliott Bass. Josiah Beckner. John Connard Belitz. Andreas Mackay Benjamin. Samuel Frederick Bentley. Josiah Emil Berkeley. Jack Rader Buer. Benjamin Van Buer Birdwell. Arlo Allen Bishop. Rowan Edward Bishop. Cameron Malin Black.
Alexandria Grace Blair. Sarah Nicole Bolton. Jonathan Robert Bonamart. Cheyenne Renee Brannon. Savannah Nicole Brown. Serenity Jade Kakal Denisevich. Michael Christopher Calloway. Haley Michelle Campbell. Hayden Nicole Cantrell. Ashlyn Bailey Carroll. Caitlin Izina Casalanova.
Sandra Jean Castillo.
Ryan William Cherry. Josiah Benjamin Christopher.
Daisy Cisneros Lopez.
Kaylee Brooke Claybo. Johnny Edward Clark. Nevaeh Kaylee Clark. Jada Alexandria Coates. Jason Allen Coates. Zoe Alexandra Coleman. Bryson Lee Comer. Eliana Marie Copertino. Emily Marie Corbett. Keegan Thomas Craig. James Traquan Crowley. Adrian Amelia Kerb. Jaden Anthony Daniels. Jackson Lee Davidson. Tylen James Davidson. Taryn Aaliyah Nicole Davis. Taylor Jade Davis. Vigo Faria de Almeida. Troy Vincent DeForest. Aaliyah Nicole Dement. Grace Mackenzie Dobrescu. Zachary Ryan Dorman. Emery Kamiley Sarah Drummond. Donovan James Duffield. Haley Grace Durand. Nike Kaya Edmondson. Zinder Rafe Idem. Abigail Christine Ellis. Amelia Stacy Englehart.
Lucia Espín Marchant.
Emmeline Turner Estep. Alani Johanna Estremos. Alyssa Lynn Eubanks. Roxanne Monet Farahi. Andrew Ferreira. Luca Thomas Filigenzi. Sophia Catherine Filigenzi. Jonathan Eugene Fine. Lillian Marie Finstad.
Lindsay Setzler Fisker. Denis Rodrigo Flores Sandoval. Samuel Tyrese Flowers. Allie Marie Ford. Christopher Deshaun Foster. Adam Christopher Fouché. Jacob Lee Matthew Francis. Noah James Allen Francis. Christopher Jacob Franklin. Roger Alexander Fritz. Andrew John Frost. Allie Ruth Fuller. LaMichael Coleon Galloway. Ezra Soren Gardner. Eva Lilia Garrity Robbins. Rebecca Arujana Gothrop. Riley Danielle Gelb. Benjamin Alexander George. Sean Robert Gilbert. Ashley Rachel Godfrey. Grace Catherine Godfrey. Rebecca Amy Godfrey. Christian Scott Gothert. Kelsey Marie Goins. Alejandro Gonzalez. Kevin Jesus Gonzalez Melendez. Kalani Dolores Graham. Kaylin Patrice Graham. Kai Maxwell Grant. Jessica Haley Gray.
Cannon Rose Green. Micah Elias Griffin. Sachi Anarada Griffin. Benjamin Grindstaff. Georgia Grace Gunter. Luke Matthew Gunter. Andrew Wright Hamblin. Lucas Allen Hammonds. Grace Yushin Han. Charlotte Addison Hancock. Aiden Lee Harkness. Emily Morgan Hatch. Josephine Marie Hatch. Caitlin Taylor Hayes. Nicholas Henry Herman.
Giselle Saraí Hernández Avalos.
Olivia Grace Harrell. Genevieve Elizabeth Herrick. Laurel Lynn Hetrick. Austin Palmer Hill. Nolan Lee Hill. Matthew Doyle Holloman. Jeremiah Nathaniel Holman. Grayson Michael Hope. Andrew Riley Hughes. Jai Marquise Hunley. Braden Riley Nelson Hunt. Ethan Lakota Hurley. Kelsey Lee Hurst. Riley Burnett Hudson.
Oh God, I'm nervous.
You're good.
Magdalene Christine.
Magdalene Christine Jackson. Nathan James Jackson. Bailey Elizabeth James. Jonathan Michael Jasper. Alexander Brian Justice. Jaden Michael Jones. Riley Claire Jordan. Alexis Page Joseph. Jocelyn Renee Joyner. Darcy Priscilla Julian. James Adler Cole Keene.
It's supposed to be Brian Spencer Kelly, in case you didn't know.
Brian Spencer Kelly. Sean Martin Kelly. Get Ella Grace Kendall. Avery Hope Kerr. Aaliyah Danae King. Amanda Kipp. Matthew Colin Kitts. Iceland Shanae Naff. Boru Jack Kanizer. Kai Siddhartha Krishnan. Terrence LaShawn Ladd. Alexander Roman Lambert. Emma Grace Lane. James Dean Lape III. Colby Michael Lawson. James Archer Lay. Wizzo Lee.
Fiona Earls Lee. Emily Danielle Lindsay. Brenda Nayeli Lopez. Araya Lynn Loudon. Chloe Yuriko Lau. Nicholas Bam Lucas. Joshua Bishop Luttrell. Oh, Luttrell, I'm sorry. Sergio Macias Ayala. William Michael Maddox. Marjorie Naomi Mayano Caballero. Skylar Grace Milanovsky. Juan Luis Mandujano.
William Jude Mark Olson.
William Jude Mark Olson. Natalie Page Mayton. Riley Coffey McCarley. Faith Lily McGee. Hannah Abigail McMurray. Anaya Nashay McNair. Alexis Nevea Medovich. Benjamin David Merkin. Kaylee Faith Mishler. Daniel Scott Mitchell Jr. Jakylan Latrell Mitchell. Rainey Lynn Mitchell. Timothy Daniel Mitchell. Nicholas Liam Middlestat. Marissa Leanne Mixon. Jasmine Marie Monroe. Stephen Edward Moore. Emily Grace Moran. August James Bostet Morrill. Jalen Sai Mua. Catherine Grace Mulcahy. Carmano Devon Prince Knowles. Thomas Joseph Naughton IV. Abigail Riley Needham. Terrence Newman. Vivian Lake Newton. Dennis George Nickens Jr. Abigail Juliana Nivens. Owen Nunez Casares. Keegan Marley Nussbaum. Connor Dylan O'Brien. Eva Zhangmi Okert. Cynthia Darling Ortiz. Savannah Rose Osborne. Rune Caroline Skylar Osinski. Sunhee Pak. Lyndon Price Palmer. Anabel Marie Paredes. Avery Elizabeth Parrish. Aden Isaiah Parra. Ayush Chintan Patel. Drashti Hitesh Patel. Neil Hashmukh Patel. Ilana Noel Payne.
Brennan Connor Pearson. Yanka Paintler Krivan. Emma Mullane Pelfrey. Nicholas Emile Pelletier. Marcus Andrew Peters. Madison Ann Phillips.
Didn't expect to see me here. Congratulations, dude.
Tyler Evan Pickens.
Nicholas Albert Podar. Congratulations,
Nicholas Albert Podar. Caitlin Michelle Powers. Jacob Riley Prickett. John William Prince. Bryce Daniel Prosper. Michael Ethan Pruitt. Leah Puchowski. Azariah Leilani Kinga. Riley Elizabeth Rosh. Andrea Irene Range. Wesley Jacob Reed. Riley Daniel Rehill.
All right, Carter, I never knew how to say your last name. Raymond?
Carter Elliott Raymond. Hudson Josiah Reynolds.
All right. Tannen Allen Roadhouse. Congratulations,
Tannen
Tannen.
Allen Roadhouse. Chloe Rochelle Hyatt Richardson.
Gracia Francis Elizabeth Robo.
Gracia Francis Elizabeth Robo.
Emma Jane Rodabaugh.
Emma Jane Rodabaugh.
Mario Rodriguez Bravo. Efraín Rodríguez Guaracha.
Chloe Maria Rogers.
All right,
Elijah Nathaniel Rogers.
Jasmine Alexandra Rosas.
Jasmine Alexandra Rosas.
Hey there, Quinlan. Quinlan Paige Zielinski Russell.
Quinlan Paige Zielinski Russell.
Syed Reza Sahafian.
Syed Reza Sahafian.
Sebastián Alejandro Salas Vaca. Anaya Lynn Dueñas San Nicolás.
Tony Joseph Sanders. Latalia Shivis Sanders Ball. Maria Robertovna Sangri. Brett Matthew Satterley. Stella Elise Scaife. Dagan Cruz Shady. Brock Jeffrey Schoenthaler. James Titan Campbell Schultz. Ava Elizabeth Schwegman.
All right, Jade Alexandria
Jade Alexandria Schwingy. Alyssa Nicole Setzer. Shaylee Alexis Sewell. Nevaeh Essence Shadrick. Samuel Austin Shankin. Peyton Isaiah Sharp. Dylan Ryan Sheets. Landon Brian Sheets. Rhea Sheth. Delaney Ann Shipley. Spencer Allen Schultz.
Oh my God.
Cheyenne Lachey Silcox.
Daisy Jasmine Silva. Connor Matthew Simper. Landon Simpkins. Brennan Douglas Sisson. Caden Isaiah Sitzler. Angel Marie Skeen. Jason Anthony Slay. Caleb Clifton Sluss. Tucker Andrew Smith. Zachary Allen Snyder. Sarah Anna Soar. George Jonathan Soria Hernandez. Liam Spence. Thora Rain Spence. Audrey Genevieve Spencer. Lillian Kathy Marie Sproles. Isabella Lauren Stead. Blake Allen Steed. Anna Carol Steiner. Amari Janelle Stewart. Grayson Edward Strader. Jackson Patrick Sullivan. Kelly Elissa Swaggart. Eddie Joseph James Tan. Neo Trey Tate. Dylan Taylor. Hunter Austin Robert Taylor. Tyler Lee Teague. Diego Capistrano Tita. Edward James Lee Thinthera. Lakia Thomas. Kylie Danae Thompson. Connor James Thornburg. Chayton Taylor Lee Thornsberry. Brianna Nicole Thorpe.
Dude, don't do anything terrible. I'm not doing anything illegal, but like. Truett David Tux. Sabin Ray Tice. Jasper Renee Tilson. Alexa Danielle Tyndall. Nathan Jack Tobler. Colton Thomas Took.
Elizabeth Tovar Villegas.
You almost messed up. Mackenzie Elizabeth Trieste. Elijah Scott Underwood.
Liliana May Valdez.
Quentin Adam Vanata. James Preston Vansel.
Eduardo Velázquez.
Samuel Edward Vogley. Phoenix Macaulay Wadley. Sophie Grace Waraxa. Caden Michael Warner. Seth Patrick Waterhouse. Bethany K. Watson. Esther Lucia Weatherford. Lindsay Rayanne Weatherford. Logan Patrick Weaver. Riley Josephine Wesley. Haley Michelle West. Joseph Anthony Weston. Cedric Randall White. Richard Andrew Witt. Jaden Scott Williams. Emily Lynn Williamson. Catherine Louise Wilson. Jonathan Emerson Wolf. William Gage Woods. Baylor Michael Wright. Gabriel Donnelly Wright.
Lily Ann Yasu. I said it wrong forever.
Lily Ann Yasu. Kevin Conley Young.
Isabela Belén Zelaya Martínez.
Zachary Zichko. Joseph Parks Blair. Chloe Rose Kirk. Jalen Grace Sink.
Sasha Salome
Salome.
Umansky. Got it.
Sasha Salome Umansky.
No, I'm taking afterwards, but that has almost and I will go through these and I can upload them and then after I come home.
Okay.
So that you don't have to go through.
Please. Oh, so it was okay then. I got it.
Congratulations to all of the graduates. Mr. Faust, Ms. Ottinger, if you would come too. We have two last orders of business. I didn't tell y'all I have to take a picture with every graduate before you leave, every single graduate. So we'll do that now. Hold on, we're gonna take a picture. All right, now that I have my picture with every single one of you to remember you by. So now we have one last order of business. You gonna do it? So Mr. Faust, senior class principal for the class of 2023, will you please do the honors?
Class of 2023, please rise. It's been a wonderful 4 years. I love all of you. Seniors, you may move your tassel. No, you're good.